What is up, guys? Ian here from Co-Create Today, taking your mindset from a place of lack to a place of abundance. Today I just want to talk about not letting in negativity and only putting out positivity. So it's very apparent when someone is a negative individual, and if someone is complaining all the time, get away from them. They're not beneficial to your life whatsoever. And that's kind of why I want to make this video, because there are some very negative people in my life, and whether I swoop down to their levels or rise above is what is going to create what I want in life and what happens. So basically, when I swoop down to their levels and I start to complain, I start to argue, I start to fuss, my outcomes are going to become orientated toward those things. But if I rise above and I walk away and I still am positive and I actually throw out positivity, my outcomes are going to come through that. Now, there's a lot of individuals that I work with that complain all the stinking time. And it is probably the most annoying thing ever, because I don't think they can hear themselves. And literally every single time I'm around them, they're either complaining or they want my attention. But let me tell you, if you're complaining, you're never, ever, 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 ever gonna have my attention. Because those are not things that I am drawn to. Those are things that I'm pushed away from. And I hate negativity. I don't want to be around that, because from what I've experienced and who I've surrounded myself with, you get around positivity and you get around people who actually are trying to do something with their lives, it is so intoxicating and it is so drawing and attracting that when you swoop down to negativity and arguing, you know deep down in your heart that that does not end well. You know that you're going to hit a wall, whether it's 5, 10, 15 years in the future. You will hit your wall. You will hit your face so hard you'll barely be able to get back up. And that's why, as a young individual, I just am noticing that as long as I get away from negative energy, I'm more apt to be positive and be able to receive positive outcomes. So what do you do when someone is arguing or someone is complaining to you? The best thing that I've noticed, and this is kind of my personality trait, I just stop talking. Like, I had a really bad issue when someone made me mad. I used the silent treatment, and it's not half bad if someone's complaining, because you're not encouraging them and you're not disagreeing with them. So more or less, you just walk away, and you really can't do anything about it other than to make it very apparent that they're complaining. Be like, you realize that you're complaining to me. You put me in a scenario where I cannot express anything without either making you mad or encouraging you, and I'm not going to be a part of that. I step aside. Now, if you decide to complain in front of me again, I'm going to ask you to stop and never talk to me again. And I actually did that to a coworker. She's very, very depressing, very negative, and it's either she's very negative or she wants all my attention at once. And you know what? I won't give it to her, because there's no way that she deserves that for putting me in situations where I am not comfortable. And I'm not comfortable being negative. I don't want to be there. I don't want to even be in the general vicinity. So I made it very apparent. If you're going to do these things, do not come near me. You think you can come into my bubble and in my space, and you think you can control it. Well, I'm gonna have to tell you that you can't, and back off. I'm very stern with it, and I think that we all should be a little stern with it, because, I mean, yes, that is kind of it's not necessarily the most positive thing, but if you truly want to have your own space and your own positivity, you gotta set your foundation. You gotta set the ground. And when people can walk all over that and stomp all over you, they're gonna throw you under the bus. They're gonna just stampede you with negative energy. So if you can just set your foundation, set your ground, stand it, and say, you cannot pass me, you cannot get past this positivity, they will back off. Because I know this for a fact, positivity always outbeats negativity. Even though it might not seem all the time in our world, it's seeming that everything is so negative, but really, if you look past it, it is so positive, it is ridiculous. There's so many things to be grateful for. And once you can hack into that, realize that there's no time for negative energy. It's just a waste of time. It's literally not even worth your breath. So if you can embrace your positivity, embrace your gracefulness and your gratefulness for just living on this earth and going to where you want. I mean, you gotta have your goals, and I want to be so successful. I want to be able to be in my own time. I want to be able to surf, but I also want to be able to find the light within others, and I want to shine through them. And unless they let you, they will always be negative, and they'll always be putting themselves down. And just don't play a part of that. You were born to stand above and shine brighter. So hopefully you guys like this video. If you like these videos, go ahead and hit subscribe. Other than that, I hope you guys have a beautiful day, and I'll catch you later. Namaste.